2021 HRV with a push start. We're going to go ahead and add a 3x lock from the factory remote, add on remote start. And I'll show you how to do that. The first step that you have to do is remove this cover. Now mind you, this is going to be a tight one for unknown reasons. They just are. These little clips right here hold on really good. So what you have to do is slowly work your way up. Just kind of do this motion just to prevent it from breaking. You definitely do not want to break any of these clips, as this is the only thing that's holding it in place. The next step you have to do is pop the push button. As you can see, it's only held by clips as well, but you do have to take this off first before you can even take this bottom panel off. As you can see, these slots right here, this is where the push button corresponds to, so this one has to come off first before you can even release this part. The other side also is just clips, so you can see nothing's really holding it, but go ahead and unplug the connectors, and then you're going to release this and then put this aside. Since I got the panel underneath already removed, the next step you will have to do is turn the steering wheel, and you will need one of these. Now there's going to be a notch right here that you have to push up to release this cover, both sides. Now this one, you do have to take it off as well. It's held by a bunch of clips, so just kind of be careful. And then this little notch right there just kind of slides in. It's just a little guide right there, so don't worry about the bottom part. Now to remove the instrument cluster, there's going to be a screw right there, right here, and then there's going to be one up top. Now before you take that off, make sure you telescope the steering wheel all the way out and then all the way in the bottom. That way you'll have clearance, and then turn it to where it's in this position. So once you get because you do need to remove the cluster for this one, make sure you unplug it. Now a lot of people are going to try to pull it upward, things like that. You do need to take off this piece right here. That's the one for the odometer adjustment. So it just kind of pulls out. So like I said, it's only on the guide, so don't worry on that. Once you get the cluster out, you have to swing it to the left side. That's literally the only way to get that out. So don't try to pull it up, because you will scratch that instrument cluster. Now make sure you just kind of place it in the back, so just to protect it from getting scratches or accidentally damage it or drop it and things like that. So what you're going to be looking for is the ECM, or the keyless control module. You're going to need 2 plugs. If I recall, it's this one and then this one. And you're going to put your T-harness in between. So here's what it would look like once you have everything plugged in. The only thing you'll need is the one all the way to the left, and in the middle it only goes one way, so kind of a dummy proof type of thing. We're going to mount the module right here. That way it's out of sight, out of mind, zip tied, and everything's going to be neat. Now do not plug anything in until you have the cluster plugged in, or it will throw all sorts of lights. So don't do anything at this time. Just plug everything in, just kind of prep everything. We're going to go ahead and plug in the cluster. That way we can do the programming, which is a stage 2 system. Basically, the first time it'll pick up the immobilizer and all the information. You have to go to the computer and then decrypt that and flash it again. So either you need an account, or you need somebody with the USB updating tool or an account to pretty much do what I have to do. So I'll show you what that looks like. Once you get everything plugged in, go ahead and put a mat on top of the dash, set your instrument cluster, and then we're going to go ahead and plug everything in. Make sure you always plug this MS1 first, as this has the power and ground. So you want this energized before you insert the blue plug. So let's go ahead and do that. Now that everything's plugged in, what you have to do is close the door, open it back just to wake up the BCM. Then we're going to go ahead and press the start button, and you're going to be seeing a green flash or a solid green light. Oh, I guess we do need the key for that one. Let me go get the keys real quick. All right, round 2. Gonna go ahead and press the push button twice. Watch for the light. 1, 2. Once you see that flashing, you're gonna go ahead and unplug the blue first, and then unplug the power. Now this is very important. Oh. Grab that real quick. Like I said before, make sure you have this thing plugged in. Here's the second stage that you have to do after you do the first initial process. You're gonna need an ADS cable. Right now it's flashing. As you can see, the green light is doing its thing. So you're gonna need this or somebody that has an account to log in and then do the second stage of the key programming. So I ran into a little issue. I did have to plug in the battery charger, the trickle charge. I accidentally forgot the auto lights on, so it was staying on while the doors are open. So I kind of dropped the voltage about 8 volts. So I had a little issue trying to program it. But I already got everything programmed. I will attach the instructions from iDataLink. That way you can kind of follow it or read it up before you even attempt to do it. But here is the connection. Like I said, so far, we're gonna go ahead and zip tie everything. Mount the module right here, so it's out of sight, out of mind. And remember, do not unplug the cluster, or you will have a lot of lights coming up if you try to start it with it unplugged. Means you got to drive it around, everything has to reset, and that takes a while. So if you can leave it plugged in like that, that'd be the best. All right, this is the guide for the T-harness. This is the only 2 panels or the 2 plugs that you're going to need. If you have a steering lock, you do have to install the VS6 and VS5. The lights off, which is the auto light. If you don't want it coming on at nighttime, you have to hook that up. Parking light, that's if you have an alarm. It's not really needed with these basic one, as the vehicle has daytime running light LEDs, which kind of notification the vehicle is running. But other than that, like I said, it's only those VS2, 1, 4, and 3 are the only thing you need. Gonna go ahead all the way down. Here's the instruction. Once you plug the module in, you have to open it and pretty much wake up the CAN bus data system. Then step 5 is where you have to go back to the computer and then do the stage 2 programming. Make sure you do all that. Now step 7, you have to make sure that thing, the power plug is the only thing that you have to hook up first. Step 11 and 12, or 11 in the liftgate installation. If you have a liftgate, you do have to turn it on, make it go up and down, and you do have to unlock from the OEM remote just for it to register. And then the tach is pretty much goes to data, so you don't have to wire anything for that. Just follow steps 12 to 16. And then once you do all that, everything is pretty much done. Here it is, I got everything routed. Just kind of put a zip tie, make sure it doesn't bounce around. You're gonna shoot through this little pocket right here, the wiring harness, and then you're gonna come out at the bottom. As you can see, here's the plugs, and I'll show you where I'm gonna mount that. So here's how I have it mounted. Just kind of zip tied it along with the brake harness, and then here's the fuse boxes. So I used a harness right there, so it's out of sight, out of mind. My battery is kind of getting low, so I'm using my light right now to kind of show you real quick. Hold on. But here's what that looks like. It's just zip tied to the harness, so it's not going to interfere with anything. And here's the other harness tied into the brake wire. Other than that, this thing is pretty much done. I'm going to show you how it works. Here's a quick demo of how everything works. Just press the lock 3 times. the vehicle remains locked, and it does have takeover, which means I can get in. The engine is not gonna stop like the cheaper kits as soon as you step on the brake. Once you see the radio come on, depress the brake and pretty much drive off.